YouTube! Boys! What up, boys? It's your boy Gyutaro. I'm out here trying to eat some motherfucking perverts, eating people who are trying to get their rocks off in the red light district, and people keep interrupting me and asking me, Gyutaro, how is it that when you're eating so many fatty fucking perverts, you manage to keep such a slim, thick physique? Let me tell ya, in this video, another banger, we're back with another video, back with another banger. If you enjoy the content, smash that like button, comment down below about how much you like my fucking body, and don't forget to subscribe, because we're only 10,000 subscribers away from the subscriber goal special, where Docky has to do a headless hot tub stream, right, Docky? Oh my god! Oh, shut the fuck up! Let me tell you, in today's video, we're doing what I eat in a day to stay this fucking slim thick. Let me tell you, first things first is intermittent fasting. If you ain't on the IF train yet, you better be. I don't eat for 16 hours out of the day. I only pop out my sister's back at night, I go out, chomp down a few strangers, pop back into the back, I'm done. No more food in my belly for the whole day. Optimal nutrition. If you want to know more about the workout plan that I do to stay yoked and turn all those calories into beefy man muscle, go into the description and buy my training plan. It only costs $1. I'm losing my shit. I can't do this. What else is there? Nope, I've done the joke. I'm done. I did the joke. I don't want to record it again. That's it. Gyutaro's here, Daki's here, Daki's headless, Tengen Uzui is here, the fight is on, Gyutaro is a good boy who is protecting his little sister. Don't ask me why I sound like Dom Mazzetti in that video, or in that bit that I just did. I sound like Dom Mazzetti because I fucking love bro science life. Bro tip! Take out your ribs so that your belly, like, extends 3 feet toward the floor and your legs are little tiny shrivelly things, and you can just waddle around on them. Perfect. This, by the way, this is my drawing. This is my drawing of Gyutaro for the moment. I discovered that all you need to fully evoke the entire feature set and characterization of Gyutaro is a little wibble of hair and a mouth that's going, that does the whole. It's exactly Gyutaro. It's exactly him. You can't convince me otherwise. Oh my goodness. And it's beautiful. Hey, last week's episode of Kimetsu was a pretty cool reveal. I didn't expect there to be another demon in play this way. We knew that he'd be there because of the OP, but man, what an interesting thing. We are one. Not one demon, 2 demons, and not a family of demons, 2, like, conjoined twin creepozoid demons. Super cool. I wonder if we're going to get any of the fleshed outness of the backstory behind them. I think one of the things that we've done that's been really compelling throughout Kimetsu is have compassion for the devil, literally the demons, right? Compassion for the enemy, the monster. It's one of Tanjiro's biggest traits as a protagonist, one of his biggest, positives in most senses is that he can feel for other people and even for demons, and feel for who they were before and what they're trying to accomplish. And there's clearly some emotional turmoil wrapped up behind the monstrous, evil, destructive, horrible people that are Daki and Gyutaro. They've got this horrifying codependent sibling relationship that's super destructive and causes lots of harm and stuff, but at its core it seems to start with a fire and a lot of fear, and maybe a bond of trust at the core of their shared being. And that's the kind of stuff that you can bloom some storytelling out of, especially given that our main character is part of a duo with a sister that he carries around on his back, who's also a demon and is a part of him. That's pretty interesting. It's more than just a simple foil for each other. There's a lot that rhymes in the backstories of these characters, and so they end up being an argumentative setup against each other. Tanjiro is one argument for one way of living the life and living in a particular way, so is Nezuko. And Daki and Gyutaro are another argument, and we'll see which one we end up agreeing with. Probably it's Gyutaro, baby! I don't know if it's gonna be Gyutaro, baby. I think it's probably gonna be Tanjiro, because he's a very good boy, and Gyutaro seems like he is not. It seems like he's not. He seems bad. Now, he does have some protect energy to him, a strong desire to protect his sister. And if I were the one writing this, and thank God that I'm not, because we see what happens when I try to do anything. If I were the one writing this, I would say that that bond with the sister is the thing that I think we can most effectively empathize with, especially in a segment of story where we've been talking and thinking about family ties quite a bit, whether that's Tanjiro and his sister, or Rengoku and his father, and that whole situation. It's all still on the back burner, still right at our fingertips, and so I think bringing all that together could be really potent, that piece of storytelling. Now, I don't know if we're going to get that storytelling now or later or never, but I hope we get it at some point. What I do expect, hope for, and plan for in this episode, Tengen Uzui versus Gyutaro. Two blades. Big boy. Protecting women. Good boy, bad boy. It's perfect. They can fight. Tanjiro's on the out and out for right now, although I've been wrong about that before, and I'm happy to be wrong about it again. If Tanjiro wants to step into this fight, that'll be great. But it seems like we've set up kind of another circumstance of, like, here's what a Hashira is doing. Watch from the sidelines and try not to get killed. Good job holding down the fort for this long, my guy. Really surprising that you were able to do that. Great job. Now chill and breathe for, like, a year. Just breathe for a year, and we'll figure it out. I don't know if Inosuke or Zenitsu are going to be able to be helpful at all in this fight. Maybe. The episode is titled Gathering, which makes me think of all the people coming together to fight Daki, but it might have some meanings that I can't predict. And so, I don't know. I want to see a cool, somewhat evenly matched, but not too evenly matched, because I don't want Tengen Uzui to die, a somewhat evenly matched battle between Gyutaro and Tengen Uzui, and I'm sure that Daki is not done. Like, if you're gonna have a cool demon duo like this, and Gyutaro can heal Daki, which is interesting. If you're gonna have a cool demon duo like this, and you only have them fight one at a time, that's lame. Come on, we want to see them fight together. We want to see the Obi-Sash thing and the Blades of Spinning Fury Power thing together at the same time. And do they have any combo moves? Do they have any fastball specials? Do they have any fun interactive things? Does the Obi-Sash thing swing around the comma? Can Gyutaro pop inside his sister's holes and teleport from one place to another? I don't know. But it seems like there's endless possibilities, and so all I want is some compelling fighting. And if there's some narrative that's interesting too to go along with it, I'm going to be thrilled. That's my value, expectation, judgment, goal set for right now for today. Cool? Cool. All right. Shitty intro. Done. Normal intro. Done. Do like, comment, and subscribe on the video. I don't do the smash that fucking like button thing, but it does help, and it's pretty cool. And do consider supporting the channel on Patreon. It's linked in the description. It's $1 for Discord access and early access and voting rights. And we'll be coming up on the end of Gundam soon, which I think is going to turn into a poll. There will be some options for Gundam continuations on that poll, and there will be options for some branching out to different things on that poll. I think Thursdays are going to stay older shows. It's just the way that it's going to be. Overdrive is Overdrive. Tuesday is Kaguya. We've got a little bit of more time for Kaguya, so that's no worries. We are coming up on the end of JoJo's as well on the Wednesday slot, and that'll be a more interesting slot because I'll probably put some more recent shows in there. And then there's plenty of Kimetsu to watch, so Friday is set for a bit. All right, great. Voting rights will be important coming up in a couple of weeks for Gundam at least, and then JoJo's shortly after. And early access and Discord access are always good, I think. Let's watch Kimetsu. Episode 8, Gathering, up and ready to go. There will be one version of this reaction video. Timer-based version up on YouTube. Beep beep timer to count you down. Let's do it. The moon. The night. The running away. Yeah, yep, get. Go on, get. Carry your tiny sister. Ah, shit. That's the wrong audio. Oh, there we go. Wait, did they do the... Sorry. No, they did not remake the song. Back in your box. Oh, the box is broken, though. Oh, the strap is broken, but the box is fine. Back in your box you go, little Nezuko. You stay, little sister. Tears that are her little baby eyes. All right. Safe child. No, dude. No. Bro. It's this time, in contrast with Rengoku time. Damn. That is what it is, isn't it? The shadows on those rotations are so crispy. Having seen this OP now 8 times, I've decided I know what my favorite moment in the OP is. It's at the end when Inosuke does the little fast feet, and it matches with the music hitting. Oh, I like it. There it is. That. I like it a lot. It's cool OP. I know I say that literally every week, but it's cool OP. What am I gonna do? I like it. I like the thing. Oh, we're chillaxing together. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, built different, man. How many reactors have made that joke? A genius. A dumb machine. Nope, hard work, baby. I'll bet. Actually, yes, you're 6'6" and jacked. Ah, don't judge me, baby. You don't know my shit. Fair enough. True. Ah. What? Really? I had to work for this shit. Oh, lives slip through my fingers. How many failures? Oh. I've trained for many years developing a... developing a resistance to iocane powder. That's what I thought. In Australia. That's what we wanted you to believe! We're a secret organization! We're secret! It's the point! Oh! Wow, that's very cool looking. Brother stuff! Was. Sasuke? Definitely an Uchiha. I wanted a lot of hot wives and a nice life. With these ladies around? I'm sorry. Whoa! He has eyes! Oh, so close. So close. I'm so sorry. It's such a serious scene. Why is there booty in the foreground? Useless monkey brain. Oh, it's spreading. Oh. I didn't even know. Please don't lay down your life. Oh, he is excited. I wasn't talking about you. Oh. So fucking flashy. But then is the poison actually working? Ah, nice! Get separated. Fuck your little sister. Oh, many explodies. Dodging. Ah, my stupid idiot little sister. Oh shit, oops. It what? What? That's baller. Been training for climbing. Oh, very close. But that might have been a gambit, man. Yeah. She's so funny. He's still talking about the poison stuff. No. The homies. You're gonna die, kids. Indeed. Cannon fodder. Distractions. So I wonder if that's the same poison that is affecting Oyaka. Oh, hi. He's actually gonna go for it again. That's bad. Hola. Flee, mortals! Flee! Holy shit. Trauma, mortals! Trauma! Good job, Super Kunoichi. Thank God for extremely hot ninja ladies saving the day. Yeah, it was not bad. Let's try not to die, please. Can we all please not die? That would be great. That would be great. Oh, that is spicy. I love the like sprinkling of Blood Knight that's in Tengen. It's not too much. Mm. Yeah, you've been out, man. No time to No time to answer. You might have to kill both, man. Heavy. Stinky. Blood loss, maybe? Maybe blood loss. No? Nope. Sore demo. Baller. Dude, you might be high. Mmm. Tsuguko da. Mm. Very, yeah, totally. Totally. Great call, show. Great image. The same fire. What if it's not? Dude. That is a lot of Hashira. Zap! What the fuck? Zenitsu! Zenitsu! Oh, okay. Yeah. Honestly, great names. Praying Mantis, huh? How are you gonna stop us? This comes back to that. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I'm still pissed about that shit. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, it's an understandable and resultant viewpoint. Gross. Gross. Great attitude. Super interesting. Yep, and there it is. Pass down the pain. It's fun. And they speak together. That's great. What? What? They see through each other's eye? Does he only have one eye now? Super cool. Yeah. Ah, build up. It's great. Mm. Mm. Ugh, he's too fast. Oh my goodness. Maybe you should just let them handle this on their own. You're gonna get dead, bro. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. And they fight together. Uh-oh. Just barely holding on. Oh my god. Able to fight on both fronts. We need some real distraction now, guys. Yeah. Damn it. Seriously? Oh, he does only have one. Okay. Yeah, they've never really fought together. Wow! It suddenly all just hits. Ooh, it hits. It's all one super cool fight. All right, rad. And there's a time limit with the poison. So smeary. My guy. Finally saving him, being helpful. Oh. Mm. Mm-hmm. Oh. 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 Oh, yeah. Yeah. Amazing. I'm lost. There's too much fucking happening. Pin as much as you can. Help, help, help. Dude, do not be thinking about Tanjiro. So baller. And he blames himself. Oh my goodness. I need a recovery breath. Oh, she's almost here. What is she here for? Please do not get dead. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh shit. Eh? Huh. There might be another trick to this, though. Dude, You're just thinking of this as one thing. But they're a team, baby. They're a team, baby. Shit. But was it a distraction? Was it enough? Was it the opening? Where? Ooh. Power flower. Drive it through! Drive it through! It's not gonna work. He's so happy about this. It's not gonna work. Shit. Please! It's not gonna work. There are more episodes. Shit! Please! No! Please! Oh. And the next doll. Oh. Oh. Ha 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 ha. The yellow one and the boarhead boy. The one with the name and the other two. Oh. God, spoilers! Jeez. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't think it's gonna be that strike. Do I watch the next episode? I probably do. I don't know. I'm not gonna. Don't let me get your hopes up. I'm not sure. Holy shit. There are some significant portions of this episode where I actually just, like, am genuinely overwhelmed by the amount of stuff going on. That's bonkers baller. Bonkers and baller. Okay, we square everything away with the Nezuko, and Tanjiro begins to rush his way back, and he will make it back just in time for a pretty solid fulfillment of his desire to return and help. You're built different, man. You're so, like, different and shit. And you got too many wives. You must be so special. You must be so talented. You must be so much better than everybody else. You must think you're so cool, man. What? What the fuck are you talking about? I lived a hard life, and I worked hard to get what I've got, and then I gave it all up to choose a different path because it's the better path so that I can live a better life with myself and my wives. Fuck you. You don't know me. You don't know me, Gyutaro. Yeah, that's pretty great. It's this is a pretty classic sort of conflict that we get between characters. We get the resentful, hard worker, he says, but really just a resentful bitch. He sucks. Saying, you must have been blessed with a golden spoon in your mouth since the day you were fucking born. You've been so special and so cool. I just despise you for it. And Tengen gets this opportunity to show us a bit of his history, a bit of his past. And he does it with aplomb and with a smile. If that's really what you think, then man, you have made a mistake. You've been cooped up in here for too long, because I have not had a good life. I love the smile that he's got. And it does, once we lead in and we've got the frame where we show the after image of Rengoku being there, it's just right. It's like, what is the element that makes a Hashira somebody that you look up to? What is the element? Is it their prowess in battle? Yeah, but is it just that? No, it's the attitude thing. It's that dedication and drive thing. In Rengoku's case, it was that, I'm not letting anybody die here. Nobody's gonna die today. And he dies for that promise, right? That's dedication and self-sacrifice and a willingness to go even further beyond. And I fucking like it. It also does something really cool, which is it manages to give us a little bit of a setup for 2 more Hashira that we wouldn't have had set up for before, and we get something actually interesting about them. I thought this was cool when we had the scene of all of the Hashira indicating to us what they thought of Rengoku, because that does a lot in an odd way to flesh out the Hashira themselves. But here, we get to find out what Tengen, who we've kind of started to understand, thinks of the others. We understand his mode of judging people already, and the way that he's yelled with Inosuke and yelled back and forth and all this stuff, and how he respects people. But he uses some other Hashira, I don't even know which 2 these are, complete enigmas, I don't know. Some take up the sword and become a Hashira in 2 months. Those are super interesting things, especially that one is a super interesting thing to know about these 2 Hashira, and I'm glad to know it. It's interesting. In a world like that, filled with people like that, you think I'm chosen? And he says, just how many lives do you think I've let slip through my fingers until now? How many times do you think I've failed? Ooh, brutal. Potent. Very cool. That's right, I can't be like Rengoku, he says. But what exactly does he mean there? Which part of Rengoku does he mean? Serious question. Which part of Rengoku does he mean? I can't be like Rengoku? I can't be like Rengoku in that Rengoku failed? I can't be like Rengoku in that Rengoku was dedicated to saving everybody? I can't be like Rengoku in what way? And this sets up for the not Taisho secret that we get at the end that is so lovely, where in his own mind, in a mental space, Tengen says some stuff to Rengoku, and Rengoku's image comes and says, you shouldn't be trying to be like me. I could never be like you. Oh, what makes you a potent pillar of our community and a valuable fighter of demons is different from what makes me a potent pillar of our community and a valuable fighter of demons. Each of the pillars is different, and that's part of what makes them interesting and strong. I like that a lot. Very, very good. But I don't know what he means by I can't be like Rengoku. I just don't know. How do you explain yourself? You're not getting all poisoned. Yutaro just scratching at his own skin all the time. It's nice and creepy. There's a sequence where he tangles his fingers in his hair, and he's digging in underneath the hair to scratch away at the flesh of his scalp, and that gives me the wibblies. That's pretty great. We start to see the poison seemingly spreading across Tengen's face, and it's a significant and genuine question. Is this the same thing that's affecting Oyakata-sama? Don't know. I love the iocane powder line. I've become resistant. Spent many years in Australia developing an immunity a resistance to iocane powder. That's very cool. What? Impossible. The shinobi are gone. Nope. That's just what they want you to think. This visual is very, very cool looking. It uses some of the same CG fabric cloth technology that they use in the ED for the flapping fabrics. It ends up being really cool. Slash with all the it's like all kind of Fruit Ninja-y. It's just chopping through paper. Zing 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 zing. It's a cool representation. I wonder what it was in the manga, but I don't know. My favorite part about it is how every bit of tattered fabric as it touches the ground becomes blood splatters. It's a neat visual effect. Brutal training, brutal father. My brother was just like him, and so we get this setup of two people diametrically opposed. His wives were expendable. His subordinates were expendable. Which Uchiha is it that's a dickhead? Starts with an I. That one. No one else have ever had any say. Resolutely indifferent. And I didn't want to be like him. I didn't want to be like my dad or like my brother. So he goes and he seeks out Oyakata-sama, and the three wives are terrified, which is odd. And this shot is distracting. Especially on the right, slightly distracting. Changing your whole self, rejecting all of your values, becoming somebody completely different. Oyakata-sama is so interesting. Such an interesting character. All so that you can protect other people's lives. How very interesting. And thank you. And we do see the poison spreading across. And it reveals something about Oyakata-sama that we didn't really know before. Well, we knew it's been progressing, but... And he said specifically that was acquired in a fight with Muzan at some point in the distant past that I don't remember terribly well. Right? Maybe. Might be a similar thing. A remarkable child. I like the fade from face to face, the smile to smile, the same smile. It's like, it's the same reason. For your sake, I'd never think twice about laying down my life. And what we end up with is all these different characters who are all, like, gung-ho about sacrificing themselves for each other. And that builds up a strong system of support where everybody's actually supported by people who are willing to step in and, like, risk themselves to defend each other. And then that plays out in the battle, in the fight that we actually see, as Tanjiro and Inosuke and Zenitsu show up in the moments that they're most needed in order to support each other and potentially sacrifice themselves, risk themselves, certainly. But they're there to support each other, and they're there to fight, and they're there to be together and to gather up, and it ends up working, and it works thematically, and it works narratively, and it works fight-y, and that's pretty cool. It's pretty darn cool. I can surely accomplish anything. Those who have baggage like conflict or quandaries are spineless fools. That's not a flashy way to live. I like the attitude. I like that attitude. Shed your baggage. Don't vacillate. Don't wonder, don't worry. Just go and do the thing. Way easier said than done. It's very much one of those way easier said than done things where it's like, just do the thing. Yeah, but I'm depressed. Oh, shit. Well, but just do the thing. Fuck, but I can't. Okay. So not exactly the most useful takeaway in some circumstances, but still very fucking cool. Oh, this moment where he starts to just giggle. This giggle got me. Why are you laughing, you creepy little bitch? You creepy little boy. The poison's getting to you, and he's beginning to breathe more heavily, and it is certainly working. But he stabs down his sword, stands up straight, and goes, ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Watashi ga kita! He's just all-mighting it. He's just all-mighting it with a smile. Saving people with a smile, man. I like it. I like it. Such a paladin. Such a hero. So heroic. Flamboyantly, and we smash on into it, and it begins. And it begins in earnest. This shit... Well, this bam boom kick is amazing, and it get blasted out of here. And that turns into an opportunity for us to split the party and be able to fight. Hey, don't kick my little sister! Mega explosions everywhere. There are definitely... So, there's something about the facial expressions that we get from Tengen. It's like he's right on the edge throughout. What I mean is... he's got this confident facade, this front, right? But he's pushing it through this fight. We see it in his expressions in these little interim moments, at least the way that I'm reading it. Every interaction, every moment is actually fully life or death. Tengen is just okay with being on that edge the whole time, but every interaction is life or death, millimeters. Just like Tanjiro dodging out of the way of the sickle, millimeters separate victory from defeat here. And so this grimace on his face is correct. The ha 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 is one thing, but he's just holding it together too. This is a dangerous fucking fight, even for him. Super slow-mo on the super explodies. Super cool. Super funny that Daki is just completely incompetent now that Yujiro is here. She's been a seriously menacing, threatening villain throughout. And then Yujiro shows up and she's kind of incompetent the whole time, comparatively. Unique explosions, they actually affect damage on demons, which is interesting. And he's thinking a mile a minute. Tengen Uzui is thinking a mile a minute, and he almost gets to chop him. And Extendo! Extendo with the Grippo! Very fucking cool. Very fucking cool. Very power magical. What a play. And a deflection, but just barely. Just barely. And again, that sort of a grimace. And that pose. Oof. Damn. That was the chance. He had me again. The crying, screaming, enraged, angry, frustrated child. Terrifying. The voice actress, she's so good. You're slowly dying, so we're going to beat you slow and steady. And a boys show up! The boys! And a Tanjiro. And we get a nice main character. So good. I love it. I like that we show that the Kunoichi are out here saving lives, moving people out of the space. I like that we show the aftermath of the chaos, destruction, and trauma that just occurred. Like, fucking building just got bleh, and a bunch of people got bleh, and just a lady walked down the street and a bunch of sashes went bleh, and a bunch of hands and arms and legs fell off. Fuck, that's crazy. People who are willing to risk their lives to support each other is for sure our theme for the episode, isn't it? The bonds of trust between Tengen Uzui and his dang wives. They're badasses, but they're also fucking absolutely dedicated to him and completely willing to throw themselves in the line of fire, even while injured, even while falling apart from poison and just barely antidoted up, still showing up for a pivotal assist in a crucial moment. You love to see it. She can barely walk. I don't know where does she get 3 giant boxes full of kunai? She has no pockets, and I'm sure that there are no hiding places in that ninja garb. Because look at it. What the fuck? Doesn't make any sense. I don't mind. Big smile, flamboyant entrances, that's what I like to see. And we get, it's the first real, it's the first time that I feel like Tengen Uzui has really been given the thumbs up to all of our characters. Like, you guys are doing alright. He's been pretty down on them from the beginning, in a funny way, but down on them from the beginning, and then there he is. There's something about this frame. About this cut-in. From the way he's holding the sword, to the sort of slung over the shoulder casualness of it, to the speed in the way that his hair is whipping behind him and the speed lines behind. The grin that's partly grimace and the wide eyes, focused in. There's an element of Blood Knight to Tengen Uzui, and Blood Knight is one of the cool fighting archetypes. It's the person who's dedicated to fighting for the sake of fighting, for a good fight, right? The classic character will be get stronger so that you can fight me again and we can have a great battle, right? They're there for the battle itself. He's got an element of that in it, but it's not. It's about the victory. It's about finishing it off. But still, some of the attitude ends up being there. Some of the, almost joy of being riding that line, right on the edge. Oh, it's cool. It makes me really like Tengen. It makes me really like Tengen. I think he really comes to bear in this episode. And we do get some of that backstory stuff. It's we don't end up fleshing. It's not like we don't get the Gyutaro and Daki backstory, but we get some of the Tengen backstory from his own lips. I didn't want to be like my father. I didn't want to be like my brother. Using people as means to an end, essentially, is what he said. Couldn't be like that. Don't want to be like that. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, we're in the second half of the episode, and we are moving toward insanity. Tanjiro doesn't know what's going on, but he tries to grok the situation as much as he can, and realizes, because his senses are quite good, that Gyutaro must be the main unit. He smells different, and he smells funky. He smells funky. Even so, and while Gyutaro is going to say in a moment that they're not thinking on the same page, and they're not acting together as one and whatnot, they're not in sync. They're in sync right here from the beginning, right? We're gonna win. Finishing each other's sentences? Yeah. Not just have to. We are going to. And Daki sits there like, there's no way you can and we will definitely win. Katsu! Man, he is freaking the fuck out. These boys are my brilliant successors. They have relentless grit. Yeah, we do, and it's working. It's working. He said the thing, and now it's working. They might not have before, but they do now. And again, the power of believing in others. That's what it is, isn't it? That's what it is. That's the whole episode's theme. The power of believing in others. And relying on others. And the same is going on between Gyutaro and Daki. I'm going to put some money down. Not actually money, but I will bet that Daki and Gyutaro are going to die because in some way their communication will fall apart. We got a team of people all supporting each other on one side. Their power comes from supporting each other. If that fails in any way, bam, there's our opportunity to strike. That's my guess. All right. We get to really look up to Tengen Uzui here. Beheading you at the same time, that's what we'll do. We see the same smile, the same eyes. The same respect. And a repetition and an opportunity for Tanjiro to not do what he did before. Which is why he said it won't be like before. I can't let him die. I can't let him down. Yeah, you might have figured it out, but none of the other Demon Slayers were able to do it. 22 Hashira total. Ha ha! You heard him! We killed them all! The long nights get us! And every last one of you just die! And it is this moment that Zenitsu chooses in his sleep to strike out and remove Daki from this portion of the fight, because he's got a little personal grudge with her. Man, this is where it kicks into gear. We're gonna miss some of this. Just gonna miss some of it. I can't help it. There's too many cool things. But let's just watch the Zenitsu sequence, because it's kind of blasting. Alright. Zap. Zap. Crackle. Chaos. Huh? 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 Wow, those are cool looking. Oh, that impact frame in the middle is cool looking. And past the camera, one flash, and up. Oh my god. The first impact frame warpification, almost like an explosion, starts going. Zoom! Zip, zip. Explosions in now. There. Ding, dong, dang. Rad. The zip as it goes past her here. Zoop. Zoop. And then there's this. The style and line work. There. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? These look awesome in motion. The whole beam has like mass and weight to it. It's Zenitsu moving by, but it's like it ends up feeling completely different from like a laser beam shot or when we have Rengoku do the Dragon of Fire, right? That's like a beam of energy in some real sense. This totally different looking, completely novel, amazing. Bam! All right, we'll handle this maggot sash lady. Y'all handle the praying mantis, and that is the perfect name. Inosuke always with the good insights. Hello, you shouldn't have fucked with that child. That was very cruel. And Zenitsu, of course, is in his mega calm state, so he just lays it out straightforwardly. It's immoral for you to treat those children as though they are means in isolation, like to use them as objects. And her response makes perfect sense. That's what this district is for, kiddo. That's what it's for. Women here are objects. They are. Don't you get it? I'm not contributing to it. I'm just doing more of the same. And Zenitsu's answer is exactly right. It's exactly right. Doesn't justify it. Doesn't justify it. Whatever pain has been heaped on you doesn't justify you causing pain to others. Period. Period. Similarly, just because everybody in this circumstance, in this society, treats the women who are here like they're objects does not mean that it justifies your doing the same. Doesn't do it. It's a classic, like, bridge situation. If everybody says, jumping off the bridge is a great idea, do you believe that jumping off the bridge is a great idea? Or do you say, hey, maybe my society is fucked up and this is wrong? Most people jump off the bridge. A lot of people jump off the bridge. I don't know. I think if you're aware, once you're aware of it, if you're trying to act correctly, if you're trying to live properly, which you might not be doing, but I think you should. That's part of the should of the should. Fuck. Then it's perfectly reasonable. It's perfectly right. You can't justify ever. You can't justify violence and usurious behavior using people, regardless of the destruction, pain, and violence that you've experienced. You cannot do it. Don't bore me with your stupid moralizing lecture. You don't get it at all. This place is, first off, you're ugly. And second, women in this city are merchandise. The actual visuals for this sequence are gorgeous. The same as object, right? Does that make it right? Sold, bought, and destroyed. True. Correct. Behind cages with bloody grins behind it. Prostitution. Nailed it. Sold, bought, and destroyed. The owner is free to do with them as she chooses, and so I chose to harm them, and I can. Butterfly on fire. The inept shouldn't be treated as humans. They don't deserve rights. Do unto others. Know you're wrong. And she just walks straight into it. You know, if you're having this as some sort of philosophical discussion, you expect the character to be like, maybe I shouldn't step directly into the obvious, no, I'm just evil because I'm evil. She steps right into it. Nope, I'm gonna do it because that's the fairness of the world. My depiction of justice is getting back what was done to me, collecting on debts, keeping a tally. We can never make up for our own misfortune unless we collect it from the blessed. We don't create blessings by inflicting misfortune. We just create more misfortune. So here we are. I said at the beginning that there's some cool narrative and intent foil stuff. Hypothesis. One cannot make up for their own misfortune unless they collect via causing misfortune upon the blessed. Counterpoint. Tanjiro. Misfortunate. Unfortunate. Whole family, super dead. Rough. Has not gone and collected on his debts. He's actually created blessings. By choosing to stand against the things that caused the damage in the first place. Instead of becoming them, Tanjiro stands against them, fights them, and actually generates blessings in doing so. For his friends, for all the people that he's saved. Yep. Because that's the way we live our lives, and you can't fucking stop us. We fucking kill you if you got a problem. You got a fucking problem? And thus it is justified. We kill them. And so we'll claw your windpipes out too. And we're in it. They are ready to kill. The bloodlust is serious business. Tanjiro steels himself, gets ready to move in the instant that he sees movement. Like prepping for like a reaction time game, and can't do it. He's too fast. Almost gets fully dead because of it. Swing, can't. Can barely dodge. And it is Tengen Uzui showing up in that instant. Boom. How do you even contribute to this fight without holding Tengen back? Rough. And then the Obis from the sky. Boom! And now we're fighting two battles on two different fronts that affect each other. I'm stealing it. I'm stealing it for this weekend. I've got a D&D game. Might end up running a big combat. Or at least starting off a big combat in an interesting way. There are two characters in my combat. One's male, one's female. Two main villains. And they work together. They're both magic users. I'm going to steal some elements of this fight. And cause like a split up battle. But where they're actively impacting each other as part of the battle. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Gonna steal. So snappy. From this point until essentially the end of the episode, these next 7 minutes are some of the most balls-to-the-wall action sequence stuff that we've had in Kimetsu. And that is seriously saying something, given the sequences in Mugen Train, given some of the sequences in the spider arc thing. This is some balls-to-the-wall action. Daki, Inosuke, Zenitsu, I can see through your moves. You are all out of sync. What a total bust. Boom. And it starts to really flow at this point. And what we're going to miss as we go through this is the flow from scene to scene. Because I have to skip through it. I can't just like watch the next 7 minutes and point at it and go like, what the fuck? But I can skip through it and point at it and go, what the fuck? And that'll be totally fine. 3D as shit. Moving around all over the place. Switching context continuously. Like, switching from Inosuke context to Tanjiro context to Zenitsu context. Back and forth and back and forth. It creates so much action. It's like switching between an A plot and a B plot, but in micro, in like super fast. And it creates a ton of dynamic action to the fight. Makes it feel like everything is going on all at the same time. And then, so those all blast through, and then they blast through down here. Bam, 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 bam. And the whole fight is happening at once. And with every one of them going by, oh my god, it's like half on ones. It is spectacular to me how well the animators are able to evoke the motion in between these moves while only showing frames and flares of them. Sort of like on a much different scale of this is like DBZ. You see the characters and they go and then they're over here and they go and they're over here, right? And your brain sort of interpolates it. It's not literally interpolating the frames, but you sort of tween it and you're like, oh, that was motion this way. That must have been this way. That was them punching and kicking. And you sort of fill in the gaps yourself. The same thing is going on throughout this fight. There's plan to the way that these characters move. But there's so much space because of they're moving so fast relative to our frame rate. There's so much space in between that some of how does this get from here to here? your brain sort of has to do some extra work. But the animators have done an incredible job of using the flares and the after effects and the imagery and the lighting and all that stuff to make it feel coherent and flow together. And it really feels coherent and it really flows together. And it not only does it flow together within scene, right? Not only does it flow together within scene, but it flows together from scene to scene. So just like the blast of the OB down from above, that transitions to the next cut and we're down below and we see the OB coming down from above. Here, Gyutaro swings and we cut to Gyutaro swinging and we're in just Tengen Uzui's angle on that same scene in many respects. And our brain is able to actually match that up. That's crazy to me. Super speed. And again, we're back and forth and back and forth. Context switching continuously. Those explosions looked really cool. I guess because they're part of a pack. Big rain from above. And then things get absolutely nutty. Yeah, there. So I wanted to see this because the way that Gyutaro flips up into the sky is amazing. We cover everything with black. Whip through with the blade. Big, expressive facial animation. And then he sort of flares back into the space. So smeary. Oh my god. And now we're cut to a side view for a continuation of the fight. Oh my gosh, he's like dropping his blades and re-catching them in mid-fight throughout. I just realized. Look at that. Yeah, he's dropping the mid-swing. Flip, whip, whip. Hey, hey! He really is like a praying mantis. Using these streaks and then matching them with movement of the character. Like the streak comes first and then he follows it through. Bam. Boom. Sparks everywhere. Creates absolute chaos. Super heavy slashes. And he starts to get really on the back foot. Tengen Uzui is getting hit. We get this spiraling mayhem. OB above. We get really close in on the characters and really far out on the environment. And then this scene is stylistically standout. Everything's smoky and almost fuzzy and almost watercolory. And then the light flares off of their impacts of blades together are getting scattered through the smoke that's around them and creating these big woof, wow, woof, woof. Like almost lens flary or light flary effects. And we're on ones. And we're on plenty of ones. And some of the most insane, speedy, slashy shit that I've ever seen. So crazy how we can use just those. That's just there for one frame, right? Boom, bam. That's just there for one frame. This little circle of light. Shoop. But it's an attack. It's like, that's a thing. Shoop. And it's like a it's like Araki doing a flurry of fists. It all happens kind of at once. Whipping around. Gyutaro's body shape ends up being amazing for whipping blades around and stuff. He really is like a praying mantis. Long arms snapping out. Big smile the whole time. One eye doesn't matter. No problems with depth perception. Insane on one. Smears everywhere. Incredible. And it's coherent. It's not just a chaos mess. Okay. That's the most impressive thing about this whole sequence. Let's watch this sequence again. Full speed. Oof, oof. Shing, 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 shing. It's comprehensible. It's not just a chaos smear fest. That's crazy. It's choreographed. It's planned out. It makes sense. And then it actually is expressed visually in maybe the best way that it possibly could be. I don't even know. Nuts. Jump up here. Another context switch. Everybody's fighting for their lives. Tension is maximum. We're stuck. There's no way out of this. And Tanjiro is there. Again, trust. Belief. Heavy, heavy, heavy. I have to deflect them. And he manages to deflect them. Nice. I'll skip through that because it's pretty straightforward. Deflects them, and less straightforward. Manages to water breathe. We get a chaos of blue spirals to knock away the red spirals. And the power of water breathing is still important for you. Tengen does his own breathing for him, and it's a big whirlwind of whippy blades. Wow! Fireworks and explosions going off as he blows up a bunch of those little explosives. Symphony of shrill strings. Bam. It'll do you no good. The way that he blasts back here and skids across the ground is one of the coolest, because that's the thing that happens all the time in fights, and that's one of the coolest. It's back and bam, he's right back into it. Context switch Obi. Sashes like crazy. Blades as well. Our characters running, jumping, and dancing through it. Like the most impressive sequence of Mugen Train before the Akaza fight, where we're fighting, where we're running through all the gooper of the goopiness in the train. Really powerful 3D camera movements and characters whipping around like crazy. It ends up being super speed oriented, lots of movement, lots of motion, very dynamic. No, there are blood blades too. I mean, super, super dynamic, extremely fun. It's really good. It's really good. What can I say about that other than this? It's really good. And then he dodges under it, and we swing underneath. The motion of the camera is excellently chosen. Motion of the characters is fluid and followable and comprehensible despite the immense amount of stuff that's going down. Be useful. Be useful. How can I be useful? How can I be as useful as possible? How do I avoid getting in Uzui's way? And Uzui is thinking about him. He's got a really deep wound. He can't hold up that much longer. He's barely holding on. And he blames himself all because I got poisoned. So we have to settle this fast. And meanwhile, while he's talking, still some crazy action is going on. Furious attack, leaving me gasping. Incredible looking. Have to find a way to perform a recovery breath, and in the midst of that, waifu shows up, throws kunai, shoots kunai. Where she was hiding them, I don't know. They're poisoned with wisteria to prevent him from regenerating, and Tengen Uzui takes those hits, rushes forward, chops his legs off and prevents the regeneration. And Tanjiro runs in for the finishing blow. Maybe? Please? And we end it there. Fuck. We are going to end it there. Because I'm a meanie head. I'm a meanie head who wants to draw it out. No, because my cliffhangedness has died down, and I'm not super forcibly cliffhanged into it at present. And the episode title for the next one is Killing an Upper Moon Demon. So they kind of spoiled that for me. I guess before we go, we gotta just at least make note of this little conversation that we get. I could never be like you either is the pivotal line for me. The rest of it's kind of a joke and then, take care of the other kids, but I could never be like him. I could never be like him. And Rengoku hits back with, nah, I could never be like you, man. I like that. I like that a lot. We're all unique in our own interesting ways. I like that a lot. I like Tengen Uzui. I hope he doesn't get dead from poison. That would be good. I'm satisfied with Daki and Gyutaro fighting together. I'm satisfied with, and I'm not convinced that we're anywhere near done. Like, we could have another full episode of solid battle. I expect as much, actually. There might be more plans, more tricks up. They are Upper Moon demons, man. More tricks up their sleeves, I would believe it. But I'm satisfied with this fight. More than, I'm impressed. The action sequences are nuts. Some of the coolest stuff that I've seen, period. Ufotable keeps one-upping themselves, I really think. And again, we might not be done. The two battles interacting with each other is just such a cool idea to me. I really, really find that very, very potent and very fun. And I'm going to steal it this weekend. And I guess I'll tell you next week how it goes. The storytelling and the action telling are happening in a beautiful, perfect sync. Our characters are supporting each other and working together with the power of something like friendship. It's not quite the power of friendship, but the power of all being dedicated toward the same goal. And that's good enough for me, man. Good enough for me. I like this episode a lot. I think it's chock full of some of the coolest animation, period. And I hope to see a lot more like it in the future. We'll wrap there. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Kimetsu. I hope you've enjoyed it. And my stupidity aside, I hope you've enjoyed the episode and the video. And if so, likes and comments and stuff. Boys! YouTube! It's me, Gyutaro, asking you to like and comment and subscribe. I still don't know why I sound like Tom Mazzetti. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next week for more Kimetsu. Peace.